Subject code 18CS2015 Object Oriented Programming Lab. Experiment number 3 Arrays. In this video, we are going to see how arrays concept can be implemented using Java programming language. Here we have some three basic programs to demonstrate. First one is to calculate the sum of elements of an array. First, we have to import java.util scanner class, which is to read the input from users. That is to enter the size or elements of array. We have to read the input, right? We use the scanner class to do that. Now here is a class, our class name, which is first.java, and we have a class name as first, and this is a main function which starts from here. Uh, Here we create an object for the scanner class. Scanner, or this is the reference object, and this is the class name, and scanner. Yeah, this is the syntax to create this object for the scanner class. And we have an integer variable sum is equals to 0 to sum the elements of array. Now next we are prompting the user to enter the size of the array. We are reading the size of the array uh, using the object of scanner class object dot next int that takes the integer value as input and stores in this variable called size of type int. Now here is the syntax to initialize an array. Uh, now size whatever the user enters. For example, if user enters 3, it initializes an array of size 3. Now next we are prompting the user to enter the size, enter 3 if size elements of integers of array. Now we are using a for loop to continuously store the continuously store the values in the particular address indices. Now first iteration starts from 0, and it should be less than array dot length, right? That means size of the array. Array dot length array, this length attribute gives the total size of the array. Now array of I means initially it will be 0. 0th position will be assigned with the user entered value. That is, here we are taking input. Now in the next iteration, whatever the user enters the value, that will be stored in 1, and the next iteration will be in 2, and it goes until it reaches the n minus 1 length minus 1 in index. As soon as the user enters that we are adding into the sum variable that is initially set to 0, right? That we are adding the number to sum variable, and the total sum will be stored in the sum. And finally, after this loop, we are printing average of the array is sum divided by the total size, that is size of the array uh, size. Like now we'll run this and check if it's working or not. The size of the array. For example, we'll say 4. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Example, yeah. See the average of the array is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 10 by 4 will give 5 by 2, and the integer value will be 2. Now we'll run for input. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. First we need to give the size, right? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we can see average of the array is 3. Now we'll see the second program, that is to find the minimum and maximum of any array. Now yeah, we are importing the we have scanner class or star means it imports all the methods and properties of that input package, or else we can just use scanner like this. And here we have a class called second, that is our file name second.java, and execution starts from here, the main method. We have similarly we are creating another object for this scanner class. We are creating another object for this scanner class. This is the we are prompting the user to enter the size of the array, and int size, this is a syntax to read the input from user. We are using scanner object and next int method to get the integer value from the user, and we'll store that in size variable. And this is the syntax to create an array. It will be of size whatever the user enters. And here we are initializing another integer variable, that is max, that is set to the first position of array. Now here we'll first take the first position of the array, and we'll check whether if any element in the array is greater than that first position. If it is greater, we will assign that one to the max. Now we'll see this procedure how to do it. Now we are prompting the user to enter the elements of the array. Now using we have to use for loop to get the input for the array. Now array of I equals to, this is the object for the scanner class, and to read the input, next int is a method. We are calling that method to get the input of type integer, and it will be stored in the size continuous indices of array. Now as soon as the user enters any element, we are checking that whether that one will be stored first, will be first element will be stored in max, right? From from second iteration we will be checking that if any element is greater than max. If it is greater, we will assign that element to max. And to in order to find minimum, we need to assign minimum with some maximum value than any other value in array. Means the maximum value of the array should be given to minimum, and we have to check which value is minimum, so that we will assign to minimum variable here. Now for that we again use a for loop that runs that runs size of array times, and we are checking if array of that element, means first, or in first iteration will be first element, if it is less than minimum, we'll be assigning that element to min, and whatever the element that is the smallest, that will be given to min variable. And finally we are printing maximum of array, its maximum value which we calculate here, and a minimum of the array that will be min here. Now we'll run whether it's working or not. Got it. For example, we'll check for 5. First one will be 12, 15, 20, 9, 11, 10. You can see maximum of this entered elements is 79. I mean array, and minimum is 10. And the next program we have here is the next program we have here is the to check a common element, to print the common elements between two arrays. Now the same thing we've done here. We have put the scanner class, and we have created a third class called, class name is third, and the file name is third.java. Our execution starts from main function. We have created the object for the scanner class, and I think we don't need this. Okay. System dot we are prompting user to enter the size for the array1, and this is the size for the array2. Now this is syntax for the declaration of two arrays. We need two arrays, right? In this program we have to find the common element in two arrays. That's why we initialize two arrays, and we got the sizes of two arrays here. Using the object for the scanner class, we read the input from the user, size1 and size2, array1 and array2, and we are prompting the user to enter, or also we don't need we are prompting the user to enter the data for array1, and as usual we are storing the data using a for loop that keeps on iterating until it reaches maximum length minus 1 element. The first first element will be stored in the first index, that is 0 and 1 and so on, like that. And this is the here here also we don't have this. Here we are prompting the user to enter the data for second array. Finally, when we get that, we are printing the common integers in both the arrays. That means to find out that, we need two nested for loops, because if you take one element of first array, and that is to be compared with each and every element of second array, right? Yeah. So first for loop takes the element in assume first array. The second loop has to compare it with all the elements in the second array. Right? If it takes first element in the, sorry, if it takes element in first array, it has to come, the second for loop has to compare it with all the elements in the second array. That's the concept here. That's why we use two for loops here. Assume in this case we are taking like the second array second array is handled by first loop. First loop takes the first value of the second array, and that will be compared with all the elements of first array. Now that's what we're doing. If array 2 of k means it takes the first element of second array, and that second array of first element will be compared with all the elements of first array. In this way, here we can see that array 1 takes m means the inner for loop will run first. It completes uh, its job first, and then the second iteration goes from here, right? Comes from here. If the iteration of this first in this case, it takes the m takes the values of first array, and this k means the value of second array. First value of second array will be compared with all the values of first array. In this way, it will be able to find out the common values between two arrays. Now we'll see how it will be run. For example, 5 second array size will maybe 4. For example, 5 and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, 4, 5, 4, 6, 9. Okay. Now we can see here the common elements between these two arrays are only 5 and 4, and that we have printed here. Now I hope all these programs have been executed successfully. Thank you.